attack also was made on all naval and military activities in the principal island of Oahu.
And there we were heading for the enemy, and I saw them in the air for the first time in large numbers, something like certainly 100 plus, and we were a dozen. And we engaged them, and we did the typical number one fighter attack, engaged these Heinkel 111s. I didn't see any fighters. The rear gunner of the Heinkel 111 that I had the temerity to attack was a damn sight better shot than I was, even though he only had, twin guns, I suppose, compared with my 8. If I hit him, it didn't deter him, because he hit me to such good effect that I lost my airspeed indicator. I had trouble with my elevators. I was highly inexperienced on hurricanes. I was highly frightened. So that was my christening, you might say, of air fighting. Not a very good story to tell, but I'm telling it.
As I was walking down there, something grabbed me, just seemed like somebody grabbed me by the shoulder and stopped me. And when I stopped and I moved my foot aside, there was a mine about 1.5 inches from being stepped on. And now God was watching over us. I'll tell you, you can't imagine it till you have something like that happen. It's just like somebody reached up and took a hold of you and made you stop. Because just like I'm looking out at that tree, not thinking nothing about it, walking through there, and just that quick I stopped. And there it was. And there's been so many instances like that. Just a few seconds that I shifted gears or something, and a sniper shot at me one time, and I shifted a little quicker one time, and the bullet went behind me, and a lot of different instances went on like that, just moving just a little bit one way or another.
There was a machine gunner named Earl Love, and he would fire a burst of machine gun fire over at a machine gun nest over there, and he exchanged 3 or 4 bursts with them, and he was calling them chicken and everything, stick your head up, turkey, and I'll get you, but he raised his head up after about 3 or 4 bursts, and he caught a burst right in the face, and I looked at him and his whole face was gone. That German machine gun fires 1,200 rounds a minute. Ours fires 650. And he just caught a whole burst in the face, and his whole face was gone. So he was dead immediately.
He was standing guard there, and I was talking to him. He gave me a letter. He said, "Would you mail this letter for me? It's a letter to my mother." I said, "Well, you can get it mailed as well as I can." He said, "No, I'd feel better if you took it." So I didn't argue with him. I took the letter, put it in my jacket pocket, and about then, about a dozen German prisoners were being herded into a church next door. I said, "I'm going to go help search these guys. Maybe I can get a watch or something from them." So I went in there, and by the time I got in the church, the Germans laid a heavy mortar barrage on us. After that was over, I walked out back to this brick house, and Jack wasn't there. I said, "Where's Jack?" "I don't know. He got hit by that mortar barrage, I believe." So I went down in the cellar, and there he was, covered with the GI blankets, still warm, but very dead. And I'd been talking to him fewer than 15 minutes ago. The longer you're in combat, realize that the longer you're in, the shorter your chances of surviving. So you hope you're going to get hit with $1 million wound.
People all over the world just keep fighting wars, that is beyond me, really. That's the worst thing. Everybody has a right to live in peace. You know, they should anyway.